Hi, this is Russ Battaglia. This is my interview project for MOL 630, week 6. What courses do you feel qualified to teach and why? My background is in financial management and business, where I worked in budgeting, accounting, financial reporting, fiscal and appropriations law for over 30 years. I also owned a small computer business for a few years, working on hardware and software installation for small private businesses. In the business administration undergraduate program, I am comfortable and confident with my knowledge and abilities to teach any of the accounting, management, finance, or law courses offered at your college. I have extensive knowledge with information systems and database management. Some of my additional duties while working with the government included systems administrator and network security officer on our financial systems. I have both education and years of experience working in the field that give me the qualifications necessary to teach in the academic setting. Do you have instructional experience, and tell us about that? Part of my duties as budget and finance officer with the military was training newly appointed managers and members of our financial working group. I taught basic financial management and advanced techniques on a monthly basis to members of our installation. I developed an annual schedule of topics to teach based around the cyclical calendar of our fiscal year and developed the curriculum through slide presentations that lasted about an hour for each session. I also conducted ad hoc sessions for senior members on an as-needed basis. I was also a primary instructor for the Financial Management Contingency Training School offered to reserve members that were deploying to overseas locations. The curriculum included handling cash transactions for personnel pay, on-the-spot contract purchases, and financial reporting. The government is very specific on how to handle cash and have strict procedures that must be followed. Our contingency classes were 2 weeks in length and offered on an average of 6 times a year. In my last position with Defense Intelligence Agency, I taught several classes to both senior and mid-level managers for the intelligence community. I developed classes that included future year's budget cycle, budget enactment, the President's budget, and appropriations law. My last teaching assignment was January 2011, just prior to retiring. What is your teaching philosophy? I believe teaching for me is sharing the knowledge and experiences I've had over my 30-year career in financial management. I have so much to offer, and the only way to share those experiences is through the education of others. I also believe you learn more about yourself and continue learning from others while you share your knowledge of your life's work. Even though I believe I am an expert in my field, I also know there's always room to learn from others and grow through their experiences as well. I look back over my education and see teachers that stand out more than others. Some of those teachers I'm still in contact with. I think you can measure your effectiveness as an educator by the feedback you've received from those who you taught. I still receive correspondence from people I worked with and taught over the years and feel that I must have had an impact on their life and career as those who taught me over the years. I believe that is the measure of success as a teacher. What do you see as your biggest challenge in the classroom, and how will you overcome that? My intent is to teach online courses, so I do not believe I will be in the traditional classroom. The virtual classroom offers several challenges. I believe my biggest challenge will be grading papers and learning the balance of being too critical on the student's style of writing. I do not want to discourage students. I would like to teach them through constructive feedback and show them in a way they can learn from their mistakes. Putting that lesson through written correspondence will be my biggest challenge. As it is possible that you would be teaching both the traditional age students as well as the older, more mature adult students, how do you think you will be able to reach all of your student learners? I believe in today a diverse student population is the norm rather than the exception. I have been in the mature adult category through most of my college education. Again, I will be in a virtual classroom and will not have the visual picture of each student and only surmise by the reading a short bio on their age and experience of the student. I believe you reach people by your experiences and the stories you can tell about situations that happen through your career. Having a diverse student population is actually better for learning from the interaction of discussions and the teamwork presented throughout the course. How does this position fit into your overall career goals? My current career goal is to find an adjunct teaching position at one or more colleges around the country that offer an online program. The position at Clarkston University is exactly what I'm looking for in my new career as an educator. Clarkston offers high-quality instruction in business and financial management with a solid faculty of experienced business owners, CEOs, and senior executives. Based on my research, the student placement after graduation is one of the highest in the nation, and many students follow up with a graduate program. This is exactly the environment I want to be associated with. How do you define good teaching? I believe a teacher must be a master in their field. This is accomplished through education and experience working in the field. I also believe that good teachers are prepared for any situation a student may bring to them. The ability to respond to questions without referring to a book or further research is essential. Another trait for good teachers is to be able to transfer the message of the subject matter to the student. Teaching is all about what the student learns from their experience in your classroom. Describe your teaching style. In my experience in teaching while working in the government, it is important to have a visual, like a PowerPoint presentation, of the message you're trying to get across, and then follow up with both the book definition and then a personal experience that relates to the subject. I believe learning is more conducive when you share a personal experience to the topic. I like to tell stories with meaning and some humor to open minds to those who you are trying to educate. What do you think are the most important attributes of a good instructor? I believe there are several qualities that make a good instructor. You have to have a passion for what you're doing. That passion comes from your willingness to go the extra mile to get your message across to all students, no matter how difficult that is. Teaching is not a job. It's sharing the knowledge you have inside with others that want to learn. Good teachers are always struggling with ways to improve on their style and ensuring their message is heard. Good teachers are proud of their accomplishments, but humble in realizing it's not about me. It's all about providing a learning experience that students will remember, not only today, but also for years to come. What do you think are your greatest strengths as an instructor? In which areas do you feel you could use some further development? I believe I am a subject matter expert, and my knowledge in financial management is one of my attributes. I believe I have the ability to recognize when a student is struggling with the subject, and I am confident I can help them with their uncertainties. I also believe that students enjoy my style of instruction with some humor to lighten their apprehension. I believe teaching in a virtual classroom will offer some challenges in my style of instruction. I will not have the benefit of personal contact and know when someone is struggling unless they ask for help. I know through my own experience of completing my master's program that online education takes both personal sacrifice and sacrifice with family members that are close to you. Learning how to help those individuals will be the challenge.